Ariana Grande went on Penn Badgley's podcast. They did a little swap. You do my music video, I'll do your podcast. And Ariana Grande was asked about the Nickelodeon things that came to light, the documentary, all of that. And Ariana Grande, I thought, I totally respect her response. I think everyone should respect her response, was that she is still in the process of reprocessing things, and she thinks that a safer work environment needs to be created for young actors, which I think everyone can get behind, and she's still reprocessing her experience, which we talked about when we watched the Nickelodeon documentary, was that like the pressure to make other young actors talk about their experience is just a little insensitive, because you can process things later on in your life about things that happened to you earlier on that you maybe didn't pick up on. And then when you reprocess them, you go, oh yeah, that was not okay. And that was wrong. And that was weird. And these things happened to me. And at the time I was a child and I didn't know any better. And now I'm processing it. And yeah, these things happened to me. And so people had to lay off others that were, on Nickelodeon and let them process their emotions, in which Ariana Grande said she is doing.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, and everybody processes in different ways on their own timeline. And she was open with how she has kind of looked back on things now, and maybe certain viewpoints have changed. But she did say that she does think like that environment needs to be made safer if kids are going to be acting. She thinks that there should be therapists on set. She thinks there should, like, your parents should be allowed everywhere.
Absolutely.
Like, don't have like times where your parents aren't supposed to be around, but they should be allowed wherever they want to be. And like you said, she says she's reprocessing her own relationship to it a little bit now. And that looking back on some of the scenes, she's like, it's made her upset given the new context, of course. She said, specifically about our show, I think that was something that we were convinced was the cool thing about us, is that we pushed the envelope with our humor. And the innuendos were like, it was like the cool differentiation. Like, I think she's saying at the time, which I totally get at that age, that you think that kind of humor, you're like edgy, you're cool, you're like cool teenagers because you're joking about that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we're the older Nickelodeon show. Yeah.
And then she said, I don't know. I think it just all happened so quickly. And now looking back on some of the clips, I'm like, damn, really? Oh, shit. And the things that weren't approved for the network were snuck onto like our website or whatever. And then she said, I guess I am upset. Yeah. So like I said, it's probably extremely hard to go back and rethink about these things, because it's probably something she doesn't or hadn't really thought about too much. And now everybody's talking about it, and it makes you kind of sit there and be like, wow, I guess I do have to think about all these things again, and was that wrong, and how do I feel about it now?
Right. And also a bit disorienting.
Yeah,
like
completely.
You look back and you think about your younger self and you feel bad for them almost. Like, oh,
right. Your memory's like completely shifted.
You don't really, poor, younger me, you didn't even realize what was happening to you or what they were doing. And so, yeah, I thought that her talking about it was great, because I think there was a lot of pressure for people to talk about it. And like I said, there shouldn't have been pressure, because she kind of nailed it. Like, they're reprocessing. And I think everyone should respect that about all of basically any, child, star, actor, anybody who's been through any of that. Because she even said, like, now she probably saw all the clips and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, totally.
So it's a crazy thing.